Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain that spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll see the exact frequencies we receive and transmit on, and also you'll find a link to YouTube where we stream our nets. Also, we simulcast our audio an STR's 2-meter repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before our net gets fully underway. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Welcome back to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. Again, I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Checked in via video link already is Richard, K7ITX, Wade, W7ITL, Jim, N7QO, James, WU7N, Carlos, AD7NP, and myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in? Hearing none, let's start off with Richard, K7ITX.
Okay, I think I'm on the air. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. I don't hear myself coming over 2 meters. No 2 meters. Dave, am I coming over?
No 2 meters, but you are okay on the television.
Okay, well, it's good to know. I'll.
Your picture looks fine, but nothing's coming across on audio.
Okay. I see a picture. Testing. Okay, well, I seem to be coming over the website, streaming, and over the 1.2 gigahertz signal. For some reason, I'm not coming over the
Audio transmission from digital TV.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll bag the TV then. Oh my goodness, we just invaded another country.
Interesting. But we're not connected to the right repeater. Let me see why. Okay. Audio flowing. Let me check.
Okay. Audio flowing. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that delay.
All right. Sorry about that delay.
Oh gosh, I have too many radios receiving audio. The audio from the stream wasn't getting there. So sorry about that, James. That's why it didn't work for you. Something had gotten disconnected, so I just reconnected it. Happy New Year, everyone. I think it's my first net of the year. I've been quite busy on ham radio activities, and I went back to setting up my my 10 gigahertz ICOM 905 and so there's never a good time because I thought there was some nice weather this afternoon, and then I was out there and it started raining. But this is what I was able to put up there. It's my 10 gigahertz parabolic dish and the antennas for the 5.8 and 2.4. So quite happy with that. I made a connection with the folks on the Pacific Northwest VHF last week, and hope to be able to connect with them. They have a net on Sunday morning, so hopefully I will make that work. So that was some fun. I've been spending a lot of time on getting some more contacts on FT8. The bands have been quite good, so that has been quite enjoyable. I'm now up to 107 countries. And it seems hard. I was like for a couple of days on 105, and then I was able to get 2 more countries. But some of the territories are some small islands that definitely don't have much people active. And I was just looking here at the summary of the game. Yeah, I think we won. I think it's good and we're moving forward. But I've only tuned at the last minute, so I'm not sure. Okay, let's see if we continue with everything up and running. I need to do some cleanup because once you're in kind of projects, there's a lot of stuff that just gets thrown into the bench. As part of my attempts on 10 gigahertz, let me just show another picture. This is a small beacon device that sends a signal on 10368. It's like just 10 milliamps. But it was being well received by the system. Let me see if I find it. The system. This was when I had the system just across the desk on the other side. So you can imagine the amount of cables that were all over to get this going. But happy that it's now up there. And I have the proper antennas to the right bands. I've also installed an antenna for GMRS. It seems like there's a lot of interesting activity going on, a lot of people joining the GMRS repeater at Cougar, and it seems to have a wonderful reception and coverage. I don't know if it's on the same location as our repeater, but the GMRS is really taking off here in the area. No need for exam, just paying the FCC license for, I don't know if it's 5 or 10 years, and it's really taking off in the area, so it's good to see that. Back to net control, Dave, from 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
'87 NP, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. I've got 45 degrees and cloudy outside. But boy, today has been kind of upside down with the news this morning and what's been going on in the government issues of seize and conquer, I guess you might say. But anyway, you'll have to follow that yourself in the news to see what's going on. And watched the Seahawks game this afternoon, and it was great to see they won. So now they're the #1 seed. I don't know what that means, but they did achieve that. And accomplishments this week. My 6-year-old cell phone started fading away on battery life, so I checked on the text on the internet and found a place in Seattle that could install new batteries and had that done. It took all of 15 minutes and my phone's back up and running again. So don't give up on old phones, but I was amazed that they were able to do that and how fast it was to change the battery out inside of a cell phone. So that's about all I've got to say. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City, and again, ID, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. So let's see if we can pick up Wade, W7ITL.
Yep. There we go. It looks like I'm coming through okay. We might have a couple of viewers tonight. They're watching on their stream. I broadcasted out on a couple Discord servers and Mesh Core to let folks know that we're having a net. I always forget to let everybody know. But, yeah, good day. I've been working on a few things. Mostly my son's car that I'm helped restore. That's his grandpa's car, and it's an old Ford F100 1973 pickup truck. It's got a pretty nice little engine in there, a 390 cubic inch. I think that translates to about 6.2, 6.4 liter. So lots of little things here and there to get it working. New alternator, new battery. Got all new instrument lights. I've replaced the what do you call that? The heater or coolant temperature sensor today. Tomorrow, going to be doing the light stuff and switches on the inside of the cab to get everything working. Other than that, I went to the radio club at Tacoma this morning for a short while, and then I spent about 2-3 hours working on a house. My sister and brother-in-law just purchased a new home, and it's an older home that needs a lot of work. So I was ripping out a bunch of staples. I ripped down a wall last weekend, so it's just been a lot of little things helping out. Tomorrow I might be doing some sheetrocking. We'll see. Yeah, that's about all I got for this round. I'll turn it back to Net Control Dave. This is W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks with that. And get a quick ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Let's pick up Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, Jim, we heard you fine on 2 meters when you were transmitting on 2 meters. We saw and heard you fine on the ATV repeater when you were doing that. Not sure if you got there through OBS or what, but it sounds like now Carlos has resolved that issue, so should be fine now. Carlos, cleaning up after projects. Yeah, I'm looking over here, and I think I see a couple projects that I was working on more than 20 years ago. Still, yeah, it's easy to get the place kind of cluttered. What do you do with some of this stuff? You don't want to dispose of it, and if you don't have a place to store it, some people have come up with these plastic crates, just stick stuff in the crates, but my storeroom is full of crates that are full of stuff from God only knows when or what. Anyway, good luck on cleaning up, Carlos. Dave, cell phone batteries. Yeah, I've got an iPhone 7. And I had the battery replaced at if I'm not mistaken, it's called a Batteries Plus store by South Center. And yeah, it didn't take him but a few minutes to do it. My guess is it's probably not all that difficult. There's probably a special tool you have to buy or something. I should do some research on the internet for the next time it needs replacement. It does trouble me that older cell phones I had, you used to be able to replace the batteries, and that worked out very well for me. My wife and I got identical cell phones, and that way we can just have a spare battery laying around all the time if our battery ran dead. But of course nowadays you have external batteries that you can plug in. So, oh well. Yeah, I do need a new cell phone one of these days. But as long as this is working, I may as well just go on using it. Wade, you look good. We see that your Christmas tree is down. That was a lot of work on someone's part. I wish I could say everyone had their Christmas trees down by now, but not everyone does. And working on the son's vehicle, I know that's sort of fun thing to do, working on older stuff. And, oh, by the way, your dog looks nice and comfy behind you as well. I think your dog found a place for the night. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks for that. Now let's try James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. I think we got the audio that's shaking hands now with the 2-meter radio. Go ahead, James.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, Carlos, it sounds like you are just got so many projects going, and I tip my hat to you. I'm still staring at the same SWR meter here, trying to get the guts up to tear the board out and just shotgun the two diodes in there and see if something good happens. Let's see. The other much bigger project is how to get the ICOM 706 Smart 2G repaired, or is it worth it? I'm amazed at how well a modern day Yaesu handheld is working compared to that older transceiver. It really is doing a good job with 100 milliwatts into an antenna hanging into a window. I've checked into several 2-meter and at least one 70-centimeter net, and it really does seem to be working well. So anyway, well, I must say, though, that your 10-meter beacon, you mentioned it was only 10 milliwatts across the room. I'm curious to know how much you're putting into the actual beacon antenna on the roof. Is it 1 watt, 2, 5? What do you do with that? And let's see. Jim, I lost my thought there for a moment. But anyway, I hope overall the rainy day went well for you. At least it rained a lot here this morning. And then by midday, the sun broke out, so I took a quick opportunity to get out and get some exercise and maybe a little natural vitamin D. So that's was my exciting day, pretty much. Stepped on the scale this morning and realized that one of the first New Year's projects is to refocus on losing a little bit of weight. Definitely did enjoy the holidays, but as one person said, I've lost a lot of weight. It's all behind me now. So with that thought, let's see, it's 25 after the hour. I will turn it back to Dave, our net control. This is James WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Talk to you and
WU7N, thanks for that. Let's pick up Carlos again at Clyde Hill, 87 NP.
Okay. This is 87 MP again. And good evening to N7JMV that is listening to us and was just sending me a note on connecting on 10 gigs. Absolutely. I'm on 10.368.100 and I'm in Clyde Hill. I have the antenna pointing north right now, and by tomorrow I would expect to have the rotor going and be able to change in different directions, but today I'm just for the moment. On projects, Jim, you're absolutely years, but definitely I have too much stuff, and sometimes but then it goes away again as I just load it with a lot of stuff. James, to your question, I mean, right now, what the ICOM 905 does is it has the radio antennas, and so there's only a short cable from the radio to the gigs. I think it's a very low, I don't know, quarter watt, I think. Let me see. But it is, yeah, half a watt. On 10 gigs, it does 2 watts on 2.4 and 5.6. And 10 watts on 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and 1.2. So that's what it does. So hopefully we'll be able to make some contacts. I'm also in the process of setting up a system to receive the ham TV from the ISS. They have the transmitter on now. That's on 2.395 gigahertz. Of course, I need a dish, the ISS, and they have color bars on. It's DATV, and so that's the project for this year, and improve my HF 80. The thing about having the antenna on the 17 and 12 that I showed the other day, job. For everything else, I have a vertical, and the vertical is definitely missing project. I'm gonna plant radials in the roof. So hopefully they will grow and they will improve my connectivity for 40 meters and 80. And I have also a different vertical antenna to set it up. That's everything I have here. Oh, I think I have a message from Wade. Oh, audio and video glitching. Oh, maybe I'm not on the right direction. From what I can see here, it seems to be fine. So I don't know. I would appreciate a report if the glitch is the transmission dropping or something else. From what I can see here on the video, it seems to be doing okay, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. Very well. Yes, James, it worked fine this time. And Wade also good note on car repairs. Kind of these days, and the oldest car that we have, I do some audio coding, which is changing some parameters through the OBD port. I don't think there's much on those electric cars that they like my intervention these days. Back to Dave, net control from 87 NP in Clydesdale.
Wow, that was some audio interference of some type. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Well, it's been a great net tonight. Everything seems to be shaking hands well up at the repeater site. Carlos' audio was a little intermittent at times. Probably about every 10 seconds there was a little bit of a cutout and then it came right back. It wasn't constant. So anyway, that was something that you might want to look into to see what happened there. But outside of that, everything's been running smooth and everything looks great. It's great to see everybody on the air, and those that have video up is working fine. And again, I should probably get another ID here. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. So with that, let's see if we can pick up Wade again, W7ITL in Tacoma.
Well, hello everybody again, and I'm hoping my audio and video are coming in okay. I don't have the same setup as Carlos where I can just move my antenna for my shack, so if I have to get up on my roof, that's the only way I'm going to be able to get my thing fixed. So let's see, Carlos 10 gigahertz. I don't have a 905, so I can't decode that kind of stuff unless I get some transverters. My main rig that I use for VHF and UHF is a 705 with 10 watts, so I'm a little limited on the higher bands with at least FM audio. But with that said, we do have a couple people that are probably listening to us. We haven't seen or heard us before, but besides that, I am pretty kind of out of things to talk about, but I am looking forward to 26 and things to do for the club. Get more people interested in digital amateur TV. It's definitely a niche sub hobby of ham radio, but I definitely think it's a very cool one. With that said, there is a couple other 441.55 repeater. There's definitely some work to be done still on that repeater. It's got some cabling issues and possibly a PA issue that will hopefully get that solved here in the next couple of months, and maybe in the next couple of weeks, depending on if I can get resources to go up there with me. So that's about all I got for this round. I'll send it back to our net control Dave. This is W7IT.
W7ITL, thanks for that. Let's go to Jim in Covington, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. Talking about antennas and rotating them. Since I moved here, I never did get anything really established. I was investigating putting up a tower. I can't go really high, but I was going to put up something. And there was another fellow here in the area, Steve something, who's a proverbial tower expert. Matter of fact, he wrote a book on it. Don't remember his call, but anyway, unfortunately, right about at the time that I got a quote, an estimate from Steve, my company, it looked like they were maybe going to file bankruptcy. And lo and behold, so I delayed doing the tower, and lo and behold, they did file bankruptcy. So at the time, I was kind of glad that I didn't go ahead with it, but now I wish I had done so. Oh well, we probably would have been able to survive that. I probably would have gotten some grief from my wife, but that's kind of what wives are for, isn't it? So anyway, I did have up my 20 through 10 beam. I had a small one, and I did not have it on a rotator. I had it up on the roof, and it was pointing pretty much toward Miami. It actually worked out fairly well because the people in Six Land, sorry you people in California, but they were off the side of my beam, and so when I was trying to communicate with someone further east than California, the signals from California were attenuated a little bit. It actually worked out fairly well, but then I had to take it down when I had to put up a new roof. I haven't gotten around to putting it back up. I don't know, maybe one of these days. But our situation's a little crazy here. We may think about relocating. So can't get too excited about that right now. And I can't say I have any New Year's resolutions, but I can say that I have a lot of catching up to do. It's like everything broke during 2025. Had problems with the house, problems with a car, problems with the other car. Need to do some serious landscaping. I have a couple of trees which the roots are damaging my driveway, so I managed to get them cut down, but now I need to work on the driveway. So this year is going to be pretty busy for me playing catch-up on things around the house. I've been busy, in the past taking care of parents, and more recently, this past week we had to take a neighbor to the ER, and then 2 weeks ago took a different neighbor to the ER. Everyone around me is getting old, so my turn might be coming up before too much more time goes by. But I hope 2026 is better than last year. That's about all I can say about that. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Let's go to James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
All right, I think I'm on the air. And one advantage of this little tiny speakerphone I'm using here on this Yaesu handheld radio, which is, let's see, right here, is that I'm not getting any feedback. So I don't know if that's because of the change of equipment. When I was trying to use this icon up here, I would get quite a bit of feedback on that one. So I guess I now am getting feedback. Oops. Okay, well, anyway, Carlos, thank you very much for the clarification. And yeah, this, I think I mentioned in a past net that I've heard on the GMRS repeater during COVID, I heard people actually studying for their amateur radio license. So that was kind of interesting to hear people on GMRS repeater going over the questions for a technician class amateur radio license. I am kind of curious to know, Carlos, next time around, I think you'll probably get another chance here, the format that comes off the International Space Station. It's not analog. I'm assuming it's some digital format. But is it the terrestrial or the satellite version, or what are they broadcasting? Do you know? Just curious. And I think I said thank you very much for the clarification on what you're doing with your ICOM microwave transmitter up there. Yes, I would guess that the actual part that transmits the RF between the final amplifier and the antenna would have to be very short. You're not going to run a cable very long. I guess you could do, that's what waveguides were for, but even those had losses. So that is an interesting design there to put the radio right there, inches away from the antennas. And I guess you had the two little dishes there, and then looks like two verticals on the horizontal support for that radio. So, well, let's see what else is going on here. I think I've just told you already all the exciting stuff in my life. I think I've just got a lot of cleanup and organizing to do. I had best of intentions of trying to get that done today, but tomorrow for sure. And just to get on top of some things, just organizationally for the new year. For example, I'm a member of AAA, and I realized, not for the last 3 days I'm not. I think my membership expired on the 31st. Oh, well, I'm sure they'll take my money tonight after the net is over. So let's see. What else? I guess Christmas lights need to come down. That'll be a project probably sometime in the next week. I was sort of hoping for enough of a break in the rain to let everything dry out. But the next best thing is to take the lights down and hang them up in my garage and let them dry there before I store them away. Let's see. I did luck out this year. I've got a little laser snowflake generator that every year I'm convinced it's the last year. And last time I looked at it, the red snowflakes were there, but the green snowflakes were intermittent. So apparently the green laser is giving out. But I'm just amazed that thing has lasted the last 3 years. I thought for sure it was done 3 years ago. So if it's still working when I go look at it the night before I take everything down, I guess we'll store it away and try one more year. Other update news here, the T-Mobile connection that both Bob and myself have seems to be working fine for me. I did have a dropout today. Bob also reported a dropout. The dropout wasn't for very long, and I guess compared to what I used to have, that's actually been fantastic speed and service. And the T-Mobile telephone, which I'm talking on right now, also has been working quite well. And they throw in a few little things like I have Netflix with ads and things like that they threw in on the cell phone plan. I guess I have used it to watch Department Q today. So overall, that seems to be working out well. Hope it hangs in there. This is James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Why don't I go ahead and turn it back to Net Control. Dave for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Take it away, Dave.
WU7N, let's go to Carlos, 87NP in Clyde Hill.
Okay, 87NP back from Clyde Hill. For Wade, well, I'll go. Maybe there's too much activity on the trees tonight. Let me get back to 119. Seems to be more stable. Yeah, I agree. It is nice to have the antennas just rotating. So James, let me show you on the picture before. So basically down here is the main radio, and then there's just as a kind of an Ethernet cable that comes down to what I have here on the desk. And it has a cable that goes straight to the 5.6 to this transverter that converts 2.4 into 10 gigs when I switch to 10 gigs. And so if you see this little SMA to SMA that goes here is the one that connects to the dish that's on the other side. So when the transverter is operating in 10 gigs, the 2.4 IF just goes into this transverter that does the 10 gigs. When I'm on 2.4, the signal goes all the way here. Yeah, these are collinear antennas. Very good. I have also patch antennas, but I didn't set it up yet. Wait, on the reception, there's this device. Sorry, not the not the cup, but this the down converter from 10 gigs to 2 meters. I found it on the web and it works quite nice. What is it called? I'll send you the link afterwards. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but basically it has a connection to the 10 gig antenna. I'm using just a waveguide to SMA adapter, and then and so I've either used this on the transmitter beacon, or I've used this on the reception. And in fact, with this one, I don't know if I have a picture. I should have. I was even able to receive it on my old FT290 that has SSB, so that was quite fun. But then I tried the 705 because it's easier to see the oh yeah, here it is, the picture. Let's see, let me change. Gosh, I don't know why it takes so long to load the picture. Everything is local. Okay, let me just show it here. So this is me receiving, and in that case I was just using a regular, this was a mesh static antenna, 900 megahertz. that I was using, and this is kind of receiving the beacon on the 705, and this one was receiving on the FT290. So there it goes. Sending it back to Dave, Net Control, from 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
'87 NP, thanks with that. Boy, you are getting into microwave. That's very, very interesting. In the television industry, most of our transmitters were right with the antennas. We'd use a cable to get up to the dish itself, but the transmitter itself was mounted right with the reflector. So that was always interesting because there was just too much loss in going up the lines. But it looks like you've eliminated that problem with doing what you're doing, and it looks very good, and thanks for sharing that with us. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM. And that's about all I've got to say with that, and I'm thinking I'm going to move it back on to the top to Wade, W7ITL.
All right, I want to let things settle down here just a second, and got my audio off so I don't have to hear myself. All right, well, I am definitely running out of things to talk about. I am really excited about learning more about the 10 gigahertz setup that Carlos has, and I will be looking into that hardware to see if I can participate in the 10 gig activity that you're doing. I'm assuming that's on FM. If you were saying 2 meters is what it downconverts to, so I think that's feasible for me, especially with a line of sight to Cougar. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you, Carlos, in Clyde Hill. We can try, though. 10 gigs is such a line of sight kind of frequency, so I have doubts that it's going to work for me. But I think the other person that was listening in might have a better chance of getting a contact with you. Maybe I'll try that at a 10 gig setup on a car or something and see if we can make a contact when I'm maybe around your area. All right. Well, I will turn it back to Dave. We have 7 minutes left of our net, and I will tentatively say 73, and I'll see everybody again on Wednesday at the same time. Catch you guys later.
W7ITL, thanks for that. We got your 7.3. Let's go to Jim, N7QO in Covington Land.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Good night, Wade. Let's see, Jim, thanks for mentioning that you're generally pleased with T-Mobile. Due to my location, I have some problems with cell phones here. It sure would be nice if I could get maybe a sample, someone bring a particular phone here and see if it will work at my house. There's just that ridge that runs actually about halfway around the house from like northwest through southeast, basically. Or well, maybe not quite southeast, but through south. And it's a problem for me, but fortunately I don't spend a lot of time on the cell phone at the house, so it works okay. And yeah, Dave, mentioning, I when I was doing analog television, I definitely had my transmitter up very close to the antenna, and I also had my down converter right at the antenna, and a low noise amp right at the antenna, and then just inside where it's no longer going to be getting wet. I had a down converter, and right now my digital television decoder box is like just a couple feet away from the antenna that I've got here. I think it works a whole lot better. I do need to work on getting a transmitter online now. I don't know, I've just been so busy with stuff, and now it's, I was just thinking about that. I have been, also this week, I have been grocery shopping for neighbors. I don't know. That can't go on for a long time, but at least for a little bit. We've got a couple neighbors that need some help here, so that's occupying a lot of my time too. Still have to do some thinking about what I'm going to do regarding a more decent antenna system here. We still have not ruled out moving away, but it looks like it's going to be a little while down the road at best. So back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Let's pick up James again in Northeast Bellevue, WU7N.
Testing? Okay, looks like I get the last word. So thank you very much. The microwave activity sounds exciting. Certainly interested in that. I remember at one point I was trying to figure out how to modulate a magnetron out of a microwave oven. And then that was just about the time people were killing themselves trying to use microwave oven transformers to burn interesting patterns into wood. And so I thought better about that because I guess the voltages on the microwave oven transformer are so high you don't even have to touch the wire to zap yourself. So I thought better of that. And then I think I actually saved the information on how you can run much lower power levels out of a magnetron, out of a microwave oven. And so that I saved that one too. But I never really did get good information on how you modulate the signal that comes out of the homebrew setup there. Something tells me a lot of engineering went into ICOM product, and that's probably why it works so well. Well, I see right now we are within minutes of the top of the hour. So let me go ahead and turn it back to Dave in Seattle, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. For anybody listening, we meet 8 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday and 8 p.m. Saturday Pacific, 8 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn it back to Dave. This is James W.
WU7N, thanks with that. It's been a nice net this evening. Everything seems to be working now with everything talking to itself anyway. The 2-meter audio has really come back alive, being transmitted dually by the digital television, so we got that solved this evening and working very well. Thank those that are controlling that and making it work well. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, again, we're a group transmitting in digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. So with that, it's time to close up the net at 9 o'clock. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, terminating the net at 9 o'clock. Good evening all.
This is W7ITL. If anybody's still out there that would like to say hi, I know there's a few people that were listening to the net, and I think I heard somebody chunk the repeater right at the end there. So just putting my name out there. Anybody wants to say hi, wants to learn more about DATV, just say your call, and I'll come back to you.
Yes, this is Kilowatt 6 Romeo, Quebec Romeo in Port Townsend. I've been watching this for about the last 40 minutes or so. Haven't seen the videos on for quite a while, but boy, it's much improved, and I really enjoyed listening and watching everybody. It's K6RQR. My name is Bruce, B-R-U-C-E, and again, I'm in Port Townsend.
Hey, Bruce, you're coming in pretty good into the repeater. We went digital about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and we haven't looked back. Moved away from NTSC and just went to digital DVB-T, and it's working pretty good. The range is from, I would say, probably Tacoma, maybe even Olympia with a good enough antenna, and all the way north, probably if you have a really tall antenna, maybe Everett. But most of our signal goes into Seattle, and if you live somewhere on the hill looking north in Tacoma, you can get a really good signal over in the Point Defiance area.
All right, so what's your name again, please?
What was that again? I didn't catch that last part there. Were you asking where the repeater's at?
Well, actually, you could tell me that, too. This is I was asking you your name, please.
Oh, sorry. My name is Wade, Whiskey Alpha Delta Echo Wade. I'm here in North Tacoma.
All right, very good. I've got a very modest little Yaesu dual bander here, but it's hooked up to a dual band antenna. It's not very high, not much higher than roof level. I'm endeavoring to get it up another, maybe another 8 feet or so, but it might help a little bit. But I'm just very pleased to be back on 2 and 440, and I took a guess about the PL tone, and then I looked it up online and realized that 103.5 was it. Seems to be a very popular PL tone. Anyway, yeah, I'll be watching on next Wednesday, just because I really enjoyed the talking and seeing the excellent videos, and nice for you to come back and ask for a video, for a visitor. So this is K6RQR. I'll be listening out.
All right, Bruce. It was nice talking, and we hope we can hear you on the next net. Or if you just want to listen, you're more than welcome to just listen. And if you want to find more about our group, we have our email address and all the equipment that we use to do the digital part of our net. It's just Google WW7ATS, or just go to our website, which is www.ats.net. That's Whiskey Alpha Tango Sierra. That's Western Washington Amateur Television Society. That's what our group name is. We'll catch you later, Bruce, and I'll hope to hear from you on Wednesday. This is Whiskey 7, India Tango Lima, Wade in Tacoma.
Very good, Wade. Yeah, thank you for the information. I did go to the website, and before I was listening to you consistently here and watching the video, and so I got the information on there. And it's just there's been a real improvement in the video, and I'll be definitely, I'll hopefully be here on Wednesday evening also watching, and maybe I could contribute a comment or two. So thanks for coming back to me, and we'll talk to you again. This is K6RQR, Port Townsend.